All right, NASCAR Heat, Pocono, career mode. Green is out. He qualified 28th after making a $1 million EDM adjustment, or not adjustment, but upgrade that supposedly got us 3.6 horsepower. But we're not seeing a whole lot of that 3.6 horsepower here on the main straightaway as we get turned going into one. The yellow comes out, thankfully. And I guess we'll make a stop right off the bat to kind of fix the damage. Alright, take two. Allmendinger and Labonte were involved in that wreck. Obviously, Allmendinger was the one who kind of started it by making it 3 wide where he probably shouldn't have been. But we're finally back underway and racing at Pocono. We're going to take it 4 wide, which seems like a good idea. We're going to try to keep Mr. Labonte behind and try to make that outside lane work, because I think it may pay some dividends here. So you go around the outside and make it stick in between the safer barrier and the pack there. And we're trying to get underneath Regan Smith as well. Going to try to be a little bit cautious here going into the tunnel turn number 2, the turn that is similar to Indianapolis. Of course, turn 1 similar to Trenton Speedway, which no longer exists, and then turn 3, which we're coming up to, is similar to Milwaukee, which almost doesn't exist anymore. And we're trying to get to the inside here, run on the curb just a little bit. That'll help us turn. We're definitely there, definitely 4 wide. We're going to make it 5 wide here at Pocono, going all the way to the extreme inside, and going to get around a ton of guys right there, and all the way up into 19th place. Try to get the running order up so you guys can see that. Yeah, 19th. Fantastic start to the race. Now we close in on Casey Mears. I actually played around with the setup. I did about 20 minutes of practice trying to get the setup to where it wasn't trying to spin out on me on the straightaways. For whatever reason, the game gives you a very unstable car here at Pocono, but I got some stability into it. Put a lot of push into it, or wedge if you want to call it that. Also adjusted the sway bar, added some tape to the grill, and all of that is kind of equaled a fairly balanced race car as we head onto the very, very long main straightaway once again, trying to chase down Jamie McFlurry, and we run a lap more or less on our qualifying pace. We only were able to do a 55.2 in qualifying. A lot of the fast guys were in the 53s. So there's a lot of time to gain and lose here at Pocono. I'm considering downshifting there. I don't know if it's going to help or hurt the car to do that. Obviously, you don't want to pull a Kevin Harvick like he did in the real-life race and shift all the way down to second, though that's kind of hard to do on a gamepad. And here we come into turn number 2 once again. And maybe a little bit of understeer off. Not too bad, though. We're getting in behind Bubba Wallace, or I mean Eric Almirola. Be interesting to see who they put in the 43 car for the NASCAR Heat 2, won't it? Oh, crash, big crash up in front. I think that was Kyle Busch losing it. No, it was Logano, and it looked like Kenseth piled into him. So what a weird start to this one. We're under yellow. We're not going to pit. We're going to take some track position here at the Tricky Triangle. So, Logano gets into the wall, collected by Kenseth. Both cars seemingly continued on. In fact, Kenseth is leading the race. Release is on the outside lane as we come back to racing here at Pocono. 3 wide with Almirola down to the inside, Harvick on the outside. And here comes Stenhouse. We're going to get kind of freight trained here. The fast lane seems to be the top. Oh, we got turned by Blaney. And no caution as usual, but Blaney's up in the outside wall and he doesn't seem to be coming off of it. That may bring out the yellow. Okay, Blaney. Not sure what he's doing there, but we continue on. Unfortunately, we're quite a ways back from the pack, but it looks like we're getting some rubber band help here. One of the things I kind of hope they get rid of in NASCAR Heat 2, or at least allow me to turn it off. But at the same time, maybe make the car physics so that you don't get spun out immediately when an AI car punches you in the outside of turn 1. So yeah, we're catching up. to the back of the field here. And we should be able to make some moves fairly quickly here, depending on the damage level of the car. Not too bad. So we don't have to worry about that. And into turn 1 here at Pocono. Sliding the back end just a little bit, really getting it into the corner. And it looks like we're going to get a little bit of push off, which I lifted to correct. And now Ryan Ellis is going to give us a draft. We'll sling in behind him. And Annette the Threat, that's a late move, which does not pay off. And we're just going to let the car come back to me. Okay, let's not do that. It's hard to make those kind of corrections with a controller on a track like this, a nice flat track where there's no real banking to help you. You can pull stuff like that off at Bristol or Dover or Charlotte. You can't really do it here. This is kind of a track where I think it would be very advantageous to own a wheel. I do not yet. I'm planning on buying one, especially for Project Cars 2 and I guess NASCAR Heat 2. Because most sport is going to be very difficult to do on a controller with simulation physics. And we get in quite well there into turn 1. Little bit of push once again, but I guess we're kind of in the groove. Coming out, and Keselowski, who's actually the points leader in terms of the chase with 4 wins, is in the back. And now we're going to get down here right to the apron in turn 2. That's a good corner. That's a bad corner. I correct myself as we got up in the wall there. I thought I'd apexed that one well. Probably took a little too early of an entry into the corner, and it hurt us on the exit. I think this time we're going to get a good exit and around McDowell. And now down the front straightaway once again behind Lobby Babante. And around him we go. Also looks like Chris Buescher is going to get passed as well. Lift off into turn 1. Kind of clutch and coast there. And around Tony Stewart. Try to anyway. Looks like Reagan's going to be kind of hard to pass as well. He's going to pull out in front of me. And we're going to try to do that very ineffective bump draft. We're around again because Stewart decided to get into us. Now Buescher's into us. And Blaney's gotten his revenge. Blaney loses it and saves it. Wow. Okay. Okay. Wow, we're having one fun time here at Pocono. Really trying to wreck cars as we get on the grass there. Darn grass. We need to pave that. We need to pave all the grass. Pave all the grass. I want to cut the track whenever I want to. Pave all the grass. I mean, it's dangerous. I don't want to cut the track. It's dangerous. The grass is dangerous. Pave everything, please, so I can just run an incredibly short line around every track with no consequences. Okay, there is a very slow car up in the top groove there. That's Labani. That was for position, but he is absolutely off the pace. Probably damaged from earlier. And now we're going to try it. Nope, we're going to turn Blaney. Wow, we just cannot turn left on the straightaway. It's not happening. I don't know why the car just wants to spin out on the Long Pond Straight, but it is. So we're going to have to be very cognizant of that. It looked like Buescher got into the wall on the outside of the track. Not sure if you guys saw the sparks or not, but I certainly did. And now we get that run off of turn 3. Down the main stretch at Pocono. Big run on Blaney. Let's try to be very cautious in getting around him this time. I think we're going to clear him, which we do. We also clear Buescher. Get the car down right next to the yellow line and then right out next to the wall. Pretty nice looking corner there in turn 1. And now we drive all the way down in the Kyle Busch blocked me down there line. And let's try to get Stewart here, kind of lift and coast into the corner. Right down next to the yellow. Almost bring out a yellow. Oh, wait, no, this is NASCAR Heat Evolution. That would not have brought out a yellow. And lose 2 positions, maybe 3 with Blaney. Trying really hard to do a very low percentage move around the outside of turn 3, which he actually is able to pull off. It's funny how it's Blaney, too, that we're racing so hard. considering what happened just yesterday as of my recording of this video. Him taking his first Cup Series win. And now we're going to try to get around these slow cars here of McDowell and Reagan. Car very understeer. You can hear the tires squealing in protest of the way I'm trying to corner the car. But we're going to get around Reagan quite easily there. Thankfully cleared him. Now maybe we can get up to Blaney here and fight with Stewart as Reagan tried to stick his nose in there. And we just barely missed the safer off of turn 2. And now Blaney looking to the outside of Stewart. We're going to try to follow him in. Not very successfully. Lost a ton of time. Hopefully we can make some up on the exit here. Car feels like it's pushing toward the wall, but thankfully it came back down. Big draft off of Stewart. He looks like he's trying to sneak in there behind Blaney. Does the outside work? It does. And we clear Stewart. Try to get on the brakes just a little bit. Hopefully Castle holds up Blaney just long enough for me to get around, but that's not going to work because I should have gone low when I went high. And Landon Castle's going to help out Blaney just a little bit. Hopefully we can get clear Castle here in turn 2. Going to have to be a bit brave. And it didn't work out. And if this was IndyCar, he would have taken all the air off my front nose, as opposed to the rear nose. But pretty sure that's not how stock car racing works. Maybe it does now. Everybody talks about clean air in stock car racing. And now McDowell's down to the inside. He's going to make that pass. And now we're getting pit stops as well. And we're getting into the wall as well. So Blaney coming in. Reagan passing. Oh, we're making up a lot of time, so the AI may be rubber banding. We just got a fuel alarm, so we're going to have to pit. But we're all the way up to 13th. Lucky 13th. Ooh, tapped the brakes there and actually got the car to turn a little bit better. At least in the center of the corner. On the exit, we're going to come right up next to the wall. Almost hit it. Looks like the side of the car is very worse for wear at the moment. What's the tire situation? Ooh, we've really worn the front right out quite badly, but the left sides aren't too bad. So I think I'm going to go right sides, add a lot of tape to the grill, try to get this car turning a little bit better into the corner. So I'm really just using up this tire real bad. And here comes everybody off into the pit. So we might be able to make up some time here. As long as I don't speed in the pit lane, which we don't. Alright, into pits for the first stop under green flag here at Pocono. Right side's going on. That's the only tires I'm changing. We're also doing a pretty big tape add to the grill. We're going from 40 to 65. Might not be a good idea. We might blow up the engine, but we also might gain a lot of time. So we'll see. Where are we in terms of the race? We're down in 29th. Car feeling a little bit better in the corners. We'll see. Yeah, much better. So I should have really taped the car up from the beginning of the race. I probably would have had a little bit more success. Look at this straight line speed, which isn't really coming. It's more the rubber banding, but let me have my moment. Oh, the apron is not a place to be in the tunnel turn. All right, we know that now. We cannot run there in turn 2. We can run on the apron over here, though, in turn 3. We cannot run in the grass, though, so be a little bit careful of that. So now down the main straightaway once again, picking up speed. Let's see what we get straight line-wise. I've seen 192, and we're getting a little bit of draft here. I hope in traffic it's going to be 186. We didn't get the particularly best run out of turn 3, though. And the car is damaged aerodynamically, so that's probably not helping it either. As we head down a long pond once again, up to 24th, which isn't spectacular. I've got the sponsors still set up to take a top 5, so we're really going to have to get lucky here, I think, to get a top 5. Well, I'll take that luck, I suppose. Which is not crashing in turn 2. Not sure why the car got so very loose there. Probably the fact that I put so much tape on, trying to get the car to turn here. Ooh, that's a little too much turn. That's still a little bit too much turn. But I've always heard Pocono's a bit of a compromise track. You kind of have to compromise to go fast in one corner at the expense of another, maybe two of them. We go down the main stretch here. We're definitely turning better in 1 and 3. It's just turn 2 where we may have gone a little too far. So I'm going to try to lift kind of early in turn 2, kind of ease the car in this time. Hopefully Bane doesn't stuff it down the inside, though I'm expecting kind of to do that. There we go. I kind of had to jam on the throttle there to keep him behind, at least to this point. But is he going to make that move down to the inside? Maybe. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, we're going to get into him. Around the outside. Can we make it stick? Not quite yet. Going to get that draft, side drafting a little bit. And no, Bane is going to definitely have the straight line speed advantage. Significant straight line speed advantage, in fact. Feels like I'm in a McLaren Honda sometimes in this game. And here comes Mears back to the inside. Gonna be a little bit dirty with him. Come right down next to him as we go side by side down Long Pond once again. Wow, that was a save and a half. That was a save and a half. I thought for sure he had put me in the safer barrier, but somehow I managed to save it. And we continue on. Let's try to get, well, that's a little too ambitious into turn 3. Really laid the rubber down there. Let's see how the tires are doing. Have we helped the tires a little bit? I don't know. It seems like that front right's still wearing quite a bit. Definitely going to have to do 4 on the next stop. But you would hope that the car will really be hooked up the last run of the race. Come on. It's a bit twitchy. It's a bit twitchy. As we try to come up behind, well, that's going to hurt things a little bit. Almost feels like the car was definitely performing better at the start of the race. Now it's kind of fallen off a bit. So we get down out to the wall, not too bad. See if we can get turn 3 right as the tires begin to wear. Definitely a slide into there, but nope. Car going way wide. You generally want to be at about 160 miles an hour exiting that corner. We were at 150. So we're not anywhere close to the 55s we were running earlier. And once again, the straight line speed's down around the 183 mark. 10 miles an hour slower than I've been able to do in this game during this race weekend. So car not performing very well. We're going to have to see how this all works out. Alright, coming up to 10 laps to go. I was just told by the spotter that I've got low on fuel, even though it says 2 laps. And I think we're just getting lapped now. I was about to say oh no, that's not a lap. I thought for sure I was getting lapped there. I'm actually kind of surprised I haven't gotten lapped yet.
Slow down.
That almost did it right there, though. Alright, a 4 tires stop. Not sure why we're not seeing the pit crew. I said I was going to do a little bit of fuel too, not a full load, but I'm also taking tape off of the grill. This is actually a longer stop than last time. Okay, well, I guess we didn't get a pit crew. Oh, and that's why, because the yellow came out and we got lapped. So that's wonderful. Hopefully we get a wave around, but that kind of screwed us a little bit. Oh, I guess we're going right back to here. Wow, this is fun. Well, we're a lap down. Kind of got to hope for yellow. Did not get the car repaired either. So just all sorts of great things happening right now. We really need like some caution laps in this game. Hopefully NASCAR Heat 2 once again will give us the option for that. And now we're going to get rubber banding AI. My favorite thing ever. And we're just going to have to sit behind all these guys as they go 10 miles an hour. Oh no, Blaney's going to go fast. Probably because we're racing Blaney for position, I'm guessing. So what we're going to do is, boom! Let's get a yellow. Yay! Okay. Took the Tony Kanaan strategy. Let's pit, let's get some repairs and see if we can't win this thing. No, but we can't get up to 33rd, I guess, so there we go. Yeah, Blaney was for position, as we kind of figured. Okay, green's out. Car is repaired. We're still a lap down. But it's not really going to matter. We've got 2 laps, essentially a green-white checker. Or actually, it is a green-white checker. To get up to 33rd. Hoorah! And we're all the way down the apron. Sure, why not? Surprised I could run down there. Probably because we were all going so slow to begin with. But we're up to the 33rd position we needed to be to get maximum points. And maximum was in about as big a quotation marks as you could get. Blaney is now 7/10 of a second behind. And now we're past the overtime line.
All clear. Car low.
So the next flag ends the race. Here we go, trying to get around the outside, which we're going to be able to do. The car feels so hooked up, even though I kind of realize that it's all fake because of the rubber banding. 190, 192, 193, bonsai. Alright, oh, uh-oh, I took Stenhouse out. Oh, it's a big crash. That's probably going to end the race. That's a lot of cars involved in that. The game is lagging, and we get a finish under yellow. Wow. Okay. Twitter's mad, surely. But, yeah, there you go. That was Pocono. Finished 33rd. What a fantastic result. Oh, not really. I wonder what the speed rating is. Yeah, 88. Dale. Alright, so a 33rd position is not really what we wanted to see today. Carl Edwards took the win. There's the rest of the field. It was a flat track race in NASCAR heat, that's for sure. Let's continue on that one. Winnings are not going to be particularly fantastic. Wow, 100,000 for 33rd? Really? And just the pity payment from Loves. And the point standings probably going to fall a bit, but again, doesn't matter. We won and we're in. The chase, thank God there isn't a flat, long oval in the chase. But let's head back to the garage and see if there's anything else to take a look at. So from brutal Pocono to brutal Michigan. Doesn't look like it's going to be a very good string of races for me. Maybe we'll perform well at Michigan, and maybe pigs will fly. Hope to see you there. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been David Land on YouTube. Subscribe for more NASCAR heat content. Easy for me to say. And also comment. I think that's what I was trying to say. And we'll see you in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching.